In a crazy turn of events, Riley Leonard has made it official. He's committing to Notre Dame, which comes at a surprise to literally nobody who actually covers this sport. But let's go ahead and talk about what Leonard can bring to the Fighting Irish offense for 2024. If you are new here, welcome on into the channel. My name is Cole Thompson. I'm a radio show host based in Houston, and I talk college football daily. So if this is the type of content you enjoy, plus coaching searches, the transfer portal, anything going on with bowl games, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment telling me your thoughts on Riley Leonard as Notre Dame's starting quarterback for 2024. Tell your friends, your family, your mortal enemies, your best of bros, Notre Dame fans everywhere, the entire church congregation, your fraternity brothers, really anybody a fan of college football, and maybe a drunk passed out guy or two in a Waffle House parking lot. Give me a follow on social media at Mr. Cole Thompson. That's the best way to stay in contact. That way the conversation of college football never stops. Riley Leonard is leaving Durham, North Carolina, and he is headed to South Bend, Indiana. He will now take over for Sam Hartman for the 2024 season as Notre Dame looks to continue its pathway back to the college football playoff. This was the most unexpected news out there. And I'm not trying to be rude to Leonard. Congratulations to him. I think it's a fantastic fit for what the style of offense they want to run. But I think a lot of people understood. This is a pedigree school. He's leaving a pedigree school. He wants to be able to elevate his status. He wants to be on a more prominent light. It's not getting more prominent than playing at Notre Dame. The Golden Domers absolutely are one of the premier teams in college football. Even if their record doesn't say they are, they absolutely know how to win football games, and they're trying to elevate a brand new brand of Irish football underneath Marcus Freeman. So it's a good move in terms of what you're looking for in a quarterback standpoint, but it's also a very good move for Leonard. Leonard could have stayed and understood whatever Manny Diaz wanted to implement for the Blue Devils moving forward may benefit him. You know, there have been quarterbacks that have come out of Duke and found their way to the NFL, Daniel Jones being the most prominent one, but that's not the point. The point is that you want to go play on a premier campus, but more importantly, against premier competition. First game of the year is against his former head coach, Mike Elko, in College Station, Texas. Not to mention they got games against SEC schools, Big Ten schools, what used to be the Pac-12 schools. They got a gauntlet of a schedule that if you're able to win against those teams, put up quality numbers, and be the reason why your team looks better every single week, scouts are paying attention. And they're really going to be paying attention to the style of offense you run. It's a very pro-driven offense in South Bend. And so if you can master that, a lot of NFL scouts will say the athleticism's there, the arm strength is there, the accuracy is there, the footwork is there, the physical attributes are there. Can he run an offense that's going to better him in the next level? Yep. Okay. Now we got to take this kid seriously. Now we got to look at the finite details that could hinder his success at the next level. It's a good move. It's a good move for Leonard because if now he gets to learn what is expected at the NFL level. And this is a kid who I don't think would have been a first-round draft pick this year. I don't even know if he would have been a day 2 pick this past season, especially after suffering the ankle injury that sidelined him for most of the year. I think that this is a move to where now, going to next year's class, where we do have questions about who will be the number 1 quarterback, because there's a ton of players that are definitely going to garner first-round buzz, but not the same level as Caleb Williams and Drake May. That's for damn sure. So you go to play at Notre Dame. You get to use another year of eligibility. You're playing for a premier program that has college football goals and aspirations, and you get to develop yourself a little bit more to where when NFL scouts are looking directly under the microscope, they're not seeing many flaws. And then comes the conversation, well, he did everything we asked. Is it time to go ahead and draft him 10th overall, 13th overall, 14th overall? Not to mention potentially a trip to New York City for the Heisman Trophy presentation, a trip to wherever it may be next season for the Maxwell, the Davey O'Brien, countless other awards that he could easily earn underneath Marcus Freeman. It's a big move by Marcus Freeman as well, because Marcus Freeman could have just said, let's go build from within. Let's get a young quarterback, hone in on his strengths, and turn him into our leader of the locker room. But instead, he realizes we have a 12-team playoff and we are an independent. We need to make sure that we are at the precipice of every conversation when it comes to seeding. We know that we are talented enough defensively that we can compete alongside several prominent names that are going to be making the CFP. And we want to join them. And we want to show the world that Notre Dame, we mean business. Oh yeah, Brian Kelly, he laid down a foundation. Well, we just doubled down and upped it even more. That's the style that you're looking at with Marcus Freeman, going out and adding in a quarterback of Riley Leonard's persona. But the other thing is, it doesn't stop here. Now that you have your quarterback for the future, this is where you have to go out and you have to add in proven commodities at wide receiver, at tight end. You need to continue to fortify the offensive line. You're losing Joe Alt. You've already lost several players to the transfer portal. You need to be able to bring in the right names that will allow Leonard to not only build, but also create opportunities for you to be able to score at a consistent basis. Because the defense is always going to be sound underneath Marcus Freeman. This is a guy that was phenomenal when he was playing at Ohio State. This was a guy who was phenomenal at Cincinnati. He was exceptional in his 1 year as the DC under Brian Kelly. And he's building something of promise and potential in South Bend. And everybody sees what could be special. Now you get a quarterback, you got to fill it in with the right pieces. Maybe that comes with adding in a former 4-star wide receiver. Maybe that comes with flipping a kid who's going into early signing period, looking at SEC schools, and you say, no, come here. You're going to start right away. You're going to be an X factor for us from the jump. We're going to give you the reps that you need to be successful, and people are going to know your name by mid-November. Whatever it takes, that's what you have to do if you are Marcus Freeman. The job is nowhere near done because now you have the quarterback. Now you have the guy who can lead your offense to wins and probably turn several of those losses into victories, which is monumental for a team's persona and its charisma moving into next year. But you got to make sure that there are at least supporting cast members around it. Go watch any movie nowadays. Yeah, you're always going to have that leading man actor, and they're usually somebody who's going to earn $70 million. They're going to be very much a headliner that gets you to the movie. But you walk out of that movie usually seeing one or two actors that you're like, damn, what a performance. Damn, that was funny. I want to see more of that guy. That's what you're doing with the supporting cast in South Bend, Indiana. You're adding in as many players as possible to fortify and strengthen what Riley Leonard could be. It's a great move by Notre Dame. Notre Dame is absolutely going to be a player in the college football persona next year. I think that when you look at a 12-team playoff, what they could be versus what they are is not that far off. You're talking about a team that has aspirations of 11-1, 12-0. I think if you get the right receivers in there, you're talking about 10-2, 11-1. And that's enough to get you to the CFP. And if you get to the CFP with Riley Leonard, you did your job. Huge move by the Fighting Irish. Great decision, I think, by Riley Leonard. And now it's all about adding in those last piece de resistance to turn yourself from a contender into a contender. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that video. Don't hit the X button yet. Make sure you hit subscribe to keep up with all of our daily content found on Just Saying It and anything else that we post on this channel. Bye.